Attention passengers. Please be advised all passengers.
For the last couple of years, because I got hired, I was like 187. Yeah, 187 or 178.
Right now, I'm standing in the convention center in Philadelphia under the old Reading Terminal train shed. And this was closed as a train station in 1984. And I have great memories here, traveling on trains out of here, going to different places on the old Reading Company system. But supposedly, if you look close enough, the floor, right there.
Right here?
Yeah.
The slits.
Oh yeah.
Tracks.
Those are the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Wow. How about that?
They kept it there to stay as a landmark.
It's a good idea. Oh, there's some more of them. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
all the way down.
Wow. They kept the railroad tracks in here, part of the floor. You can see there's several of them. Oh boy. Ah, one of many great Philadelphia memories. Yeah, I got off at Ardmore. Gonna hang around here for an hour and a half, get some of the rush hour and Amtrak. I love those cars. Honda rode them, Silverliner 5s. This Ardmore station is a lot like the Paoli station. I think it was built back in the early 50s. Rather unassuming structure when you consider all the beautiful ornate depots that are on this line between Philadelphia and Paoli. This station, like Paoli, is shared with Amtrak trains. 432, here comes train 9251. Bound for Malvern. Passing under the signal bridges here at Ardmore. Powered by these tired GE Silverliner 4s. Train actually is headed for Bryn Mawr. What a day, 75 degrees. Well, here comes train 9593, bound for Thorndale with push-pull equipment. ACS 64 leading. Very powerful engines for a short-haul commuter train like that. And approaching at 446, this should be 5250. Malvern to Philly. He doesn't stop here. Amtrak 652 from Harrisburg to New York stopping here soon. Time is 4:50. Pretty soon 652 Amtrak Keystone from Harrisburg to New York will be coming in here. Yes, you can ride to New York from this station. Interesting thing, you tell me if I'm getting ripped off or what. If I wanted to ride the train from here to New York, the Amtrak train, it's $67 one way. But if I were to take the same train out of Philadelphia to New York, it would be only $43 one way. In other words, I'm paying an extra $25 to ride the 8 miles from here to Philadelphia. Do the math. I'll take my free SEPTA key card, thank you. Ride SEPTA in. Well, here comes 652 at 452, Harrisburg to New York. The difference actually isn't that bad from here to New York compared to Philadelphia to New York. A normal fare is $50, with Philadelphia it's $43. But if the low fare is sold out, then the higher fare is available, which has a greater difference. ACS 64-670, the last one delivered to Amtrak. With the wheels rubbing on the rail there, it almost sounded like an old MU train starting up. Well, that locomotive, when it leaves Philadelphia heading for New York, will be shoving that 5-car train down the main line at speeds up to 125 miles an hour. That tree is blocking the signal bridge. I was thinking of cutting it down, but I don't dare do that. You can see why. Well, here's train 5340 from Bryn Mawr to Philadelphia at 5 o'clock. Silverliner 4s. Well, here's train 3537 bound from Malvern, stopping at Ardmore at 5:20. These things have been around for over 40 years, almost 50 years, and they're the predominant MU type that are running. They have Silverliner 5s that were only delivered like a little over 10 years ago, and a lot of times they're just sitting. They don't use those things enough. But supposedly the reason behind that is these cars are COVID-proof. The engineer has his own full-width cab. He doesn't have to mingle with the passengers like the engineers on the Silverliner 5s do. Oh, here comes 5442 from Malvern to Glenside in at 5:23 with some more GEs. Crowd getting on here. next stop is Wynwood. Well, here comes train 9511 at 5:30, bound for Bryn Mawr. And he has Silverliner 5s on him. Should have 9595 coming soon after. He'll have the 912 leading a push-pull set. He won't stop. Listen to the brakes on these cars when it comes to a stop. The one thing about these cars that irritate me. The leader is car 704. That's one of those single cars that has a cab on both ends. And there's a pair of 800s in here, probably another 700 on the rear. And the second car was 816, and then 815, and then the last car was 729. And approaching at 5:43 is train 9595, bound for Thorndale with the push-pull equipment. First stop after 30th Street is Bryn Mawr. You'll have the 912 on the point. Well, here comes Amtrak 651, New York to Harrisburg, 547. Stopping at Ardmore. This next stop will be Paoli. All those Keystone trains are 5-car sets with a cab car on one end. There's no meal service, so it's you have to be kind of durable to ride on one of those from New York all the way to Harrisburg. And getting back to Jamaica, look what I found on track 0. It's like the Leaf trains, a couple of MP15s, and they look like they're ready to do something, maybe. See these refabricated M3s here. They're about the best looking M3s on the railroad. Inside you can see all kinds of screens. Almost looks like a bar car. Nice Nice yellow stripe. Nothing on the undercarriage. Took all of the electrical components out there. Never know what you can find at Jamaica. And ready to leave on track 8 at 8:53 is train 2720, starting on its long journey to Montauk, 106 miles. Wait for the signal. Well, at 9:12 p.m., the excitement isn't over at Jamaica just yet. Here comes New York and Atlantic train RS80. He heads out to Coastal Distribution in Republic, east of Farmingdale. It's got one of those progress rails on the front. Jeep 38 trailing. once he gets to Coastal, he'll be filled up with scrap metal, recyclable materials, and he'll be going back west probably on tomorrow night's RS 51. And he's due around this time too, but I don't think I'm going to see him.